for in the chat as well. Let's take a look here. I'm so happy and grateful for my family, my health, and this wonderful family I'm involved with. Amen. Amen. I'm so happy and grateful for family guidance and success. I'm so happy and grateful for life, this skill set, and family. Today, I'm so happy and grateful for true friendship, sticking to the plan, and growing with this family. Continue to drop what you're so happy and grateful for in the chat box below. Super excited on this beautiful Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I'll give you guys some word that was deposited into me on today. But before I do that, let's continue to drop in the chat what you're so happy and grateful for. Let me know what you're so happy and grateful for. I should see 23 I'm so happy and grateful in the chat. Let me know. Drop a 777 if you can hear the sound of my voice right now. Yeah, drop a 777 if you can hear the sound of my, okay, great, making sure we're coming in. So let's go ahead and keep those going really quick. Let's take the next minute. Let's go ahead and drop those in really quick as you're calling in. I'm so happy and grateful I was able to wake up tonight. Absolutely. 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 Let me know in the chat. Right? Gratitude is the seed for more. So it's important for you to put whatever you're grateful for out into the world. Right? It's very important that you put what you're grateful for out into the world. I'm so happy and grateful for family, kids, and another 24, 3-0. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know I'm so happy and grateful for waking up in my right mind on today. I know I'm so happy and grateful now for my beautiful family. I know I'm so happy and grateful now for this opportunity. I could even take it a step further and begin to say I'm so happy and grateful now for the internet. So happy and grateful now for technology that has given us the chance to be able to be connected from all walks of life, from all over the world. I see we got a couple more jumping in there really quickly. I'm so happy and grateful. I was so happy and thankful for my sons, for this family, and waking up. I'm so happy and grateful for the sun, the water, and the air. Amen. Amen. I'm so happy and grateful for supporting those that are around me. I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of this organization. I'm so happy and grateful for another day. So guys, I'm super excited for everybody that's on this call. I'm excited for everybody that's dropping their gratitude in the chat. That's not for us. That's for you to make sure that you begin to show your gratitude. That's going to unlock everything that you want in this life, right? Everything that you want in this life. And, you know, I'm coming to find out that a lot of my messages are similar. And I think it's because we're still actively in a particular time right now. Like we're still actively in that spiritual warfare that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. But it's very important in these times that you make a decision that you're not going to exit empty. Don't exit empty in the chat, right? And like I said, this was deposited into me on Wednesday. So I'm simply depositing it into you as well. Don't exit empty. Don't exit this particular season empty, right? There's something for you to get. There's a certain paradigm for you to break in this season. And you have to be very mindful of the media right now. You have to be very mindful of what they choose to show us or not to show us. You have to be very mindful of really mental clarity in this season. You know, like when you take a look at people, you know, that are upset about the situation is very, very unfortunate. But when you take a look at people that are upset about the situation, looting, right, you know, messing up their cities and stuff along those lines, you really have to think, man, you know, would these people be doing something like this if they were operating from their right mind? And that's why I'm always saying, man, I'm so grateful that I woke up today in my right mind, right? So it's important that you take control. It's important that you don't let the media begin to screw what it is that you have going on. You're on this call, you have a purpose. You're on this call for a purpose. You're on this call, there's people that are connected to your yes. There's people that are connected to your blessing. And you can't afford to exit this season empty, right? The enemy is bringing a spirit of distraction over the entire world right now, right? The enemy is really bringing a spirit of distraction over the entire world right now. And you have a purpose. I don't know what your purpose is. You may have found it, you may have a definite chief aim in life, but there's a certain purpose that is on your life, and you have to make it a point to allow nothing and nobody to get in the way of that purpose, right? Make a decision that you're going to stand strong in faith and not stand weary in fear, right? Regardless of what's taking place right now, I want you to adopt a spirit of faith, right? Because God is up to something concerning us. And, for some people, that may be hard to say or hard to swallow, taking a look at everything right now. But you really just have to hold on to his word that says, he's making it happen for us. All the things that happen, in turn, they will work together for your good at the end. Right? So it's up to us today to make sure that we're being powerful in this situation, to make sure that we're taking control of our words, that we're taking control of the images that we see, right? And understand that fainting is not in your future. You're not going to fold this season. You're going to be able to get through this season in your right mind. You're going to be able to get through this season and fulfill the purpose that was called on your life. You're going to be able to get through this season and look back and say, man, God played a part in that, right? God played a part in that. But in order for you to do that, I'm asking you on today to begin to live in the manifestation of your promise right now, right? Live in the manifestation of your promise right now. Because your prayers are being answered right now. And I said it like 2 Sundays ago, you have to trust God even when you can't trace him. So you may not be able to technically trace him in your life right now or in what's taking place right now, but you have to be able to trust that all will be well. And you have to have a certain mental clarity coming from a certain place mentally to even begin to adopt that belief system. That's why I said it's important that you guard your eyes and your ears in this season. Because what's going to enter into your eyes, what's going to enter into your ears, that's going to enter into your heart. And as we know, as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So, we have people that are upset, and I don't fault them for being upset. But there's certain things that you're seeing all the time and also hearing with this particular situation that is putting a hate in your heart that can't be there. And it talks about how it's okay to be angry, but not to act on that anger. Right? It's okay to be angry, but not to act on that anger. Let's remember where our help comes from. Let's remember that we're not at this thing alone. Let's remember that we refuse to be distracted because, again, there's some people on this call that there's a particular calling that you have, and you can easily allow life situations, life events to begin to distract you that will cause you to not take action on what it is that you're supposed to be taking action on today. You have to hold on to the fact that he says, I will make a way in the dry place. He's going to make it happen for you. He's going to make it happen for yourself. He's going to make it happen for everybody that's connected to you. You have to make it a point to say that the enemy can't have my mind. The enemy cannot have my mind. And that's why, last week we talked about the spiritual warfare aspect, and I asked you, hey, what were the root words? Right? The root words are spirit and war. So I know it's a war for my mind. I know it's a war for my thinking. I know it's a war for my hearing. I know it's a war for my speech. Right? So the way that I fight back at that particular war is with my words. What am I saying about my situation? What am I saying about my loved ones, regardless of all the life's experiences that are currently taking place right now? Because your eye and your ear gates are currently being challenged. You're going to get off of this, And you can get on Facebook and you'll see folks lighting stuff on fire. You'll see folks fighting. You'll see folks doing this. You'll see folks doing that. I need you to understand that your eye and your ear gates are being challenged right now. Right? Your eye and your ear gates are being challenged right now, but you have to have the understanding that your future is bright. Right? You have to have an understanding that you're going to be confident and you're going to get everything that was meant for you to get in this season. And you have to be able to stand on that. You know, you have to be able to stand on that. Some people are acting as if their 2020 is completely over. And whatever we focus on the most, that will be our physical reality. So if you continue to focus on that, then your 2020 is literally over for you right now. But like I talked about last week, we're coming up on the halfway point. So if first and second quarter didn't look the way that you wanted it to look, if you allow life's experiences to take the best of you, right, you have the opportunity to literally go into halftime and be able to regroup and come back out with a new game plan, come back out with a new excitement, come back out with a new enthusiasm, come back out with a renewed mind, with a renewed belief system, understanding that this thing has to happen for me. This thing has to happen for me, right? Life is a collection of battles, but subsequently, it's a collection of victories as well. But the person who will receive their victory is the person that can persevere through the challenges long enough. Is the person that can persevere through the challenges long enough. And here's the truth, though. A lot of stuff is going viral right now because people have an attraction to distractions. Write that down. Right? A lot of the wrong stuff is going viral right now because people have an attraction to distraction. Think about it. Like, really sit and think about it. People have like a real attraction to negativity. That's why some people like certain kind of TV shows and certain kind of reality TV and stuff like that. Because they're attracted to that. Does that make sense? Drop a 777 if that makes some sense to you. So if I understand that the fleshly me, right, can literally be attracted to distractions, I have to do everything in my power to begin to grow my mindset, to begin to grow my belief system, to begin to grow my mental clarity to where I can now be attracted to my goal. I can now change that attraction to my desire. I can now begin to re-engineer my thinking to where the same things that got my attention, they don't get my attention anymore. All right? And I really want you to understand that. And I'm saying the same thing in different ways. Listen, you can't allow any and everything into your spirit. You can't allow any and everything into your spirit. So I'm in a place right now in my life where you just have to take the good and leave the bad, and charge it to the game, if you will, and understand that it's not your battle to fight, but you still have to show up to battle, though. It's your battle to fight if you choose to, but it's not your battle to fight, but you still have to show up. You still have to be at battle with your sword and your shield, which is your words, which is what you're speaking to yourself. What are you speaking to your children? What are you speaking to your situation? What are you speaking to the individuals that are connected to you? What are you speaking to your belief system? Right? You have to make a decision that you're going to come out of this situation. I'm coming out. 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 I'm coming out of this situation. There's going to be glory that's going to come from this at the end. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Drop, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. You have to believe it, though. You have to make a decision to come out. And this directly from my pastor. I had a rough one from this. He said, look, he said, your decision will either infect your seed or affect your seed. That's good. That's good. That's great. Your decision, because you have to make a decision to come out, right? Your decision will either infect your seed or affect your seed. What does that mean? If I have free will and I have the ability to use my words to get myself out of this situation, to get myself out of my current thought process, to get myself out of my current paradigm, out of my current belief system, and I choose not to, who is going to reap the reward from that or lack thereof? My seed. My seed. So it's important for you to understand that it's not just about you. It's important for you to understand that it's not just about you. Right? It's important for you to understand that it's not just about you. But take it one step at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time. Make it a point to understand what's taking place right now. If I know that it's a fight for my mental clarity, there are certain things that I can't expose myself to. I just have to pray on it and keep it pushing. Right? And understand that your harvest is coming forth right now. As long as you've been sowing on good ground. That supernatural increase that you've been looking for, that you've been praying for, is coming right now. It's coming right now. You just have to make sure that you do the natural. You just have to make sure that you do the natural, because he's going to do the super, but it's your job to do the natural. So you have to get excited about that. You have to get fired up about that. You're not going to exit empty. Let's bring it back to the business. You're not going to exit this season empty unless you choose to. You're not going to exit this season not being a chairman 10 and above unless you choose to. You're not going to exit this season not being that 6-7 figure trader that you desire to be unless you choose to. It's free will all the way around. Exactly. You got to do the natural. He got the super. You have to do the natural. So you have to fight that spirit of discouragement. You have to fight that spirit of anxiety, that spirit of impatience, that spirit of frustration. I rebuke that. I rebuke that. For everybody that's on this call right now, you have to fight that. You have to fight that. You have to fight that. But you have to stand strong. You have to stand strong. You have to make it a point right now to get rooted. You have to make it a point right now to never forget where your help comes from. And never forget how to go get that help. We want you to stand strong in your faith right now. And understand that he's up to something concerning us, man. So I'm excited. If you caught some value from what it is that we shared on today, let me know. Drop a 50 Chairman Traders in the chat if you're excited, if regardless of what it looks like, you're still believing for the overall goal, for the overall vision, not just for you, though. Drop that in the Telegram. Not just for you, though. For the people that are going to be connected to that are going to be connected to your story, that are even going to be connected to your curse. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that the stuff you're going through right now that you may feel as though it's a curse, you may feel as though, why is this happening to me? There's somebody that is going to be directly connected to that, that's going to say, man, because Javon did that, I can do that as well. Because Nora persevered through that, I can do that as well. Because Elizabeth persevered through that, I can do that as well. Because Maurice persevered through that, I can do that as well. Because Amber persevered through that, I can do that as well. Because Yasmina persevered through that, I can do that as well. Let's get it, man. Get yourself into a place of servitude. Identify who you can serve, what you can serve on today. Operate from a place of expectation. Again, continue to rebuke the spirit of distraction. Continue to rebuke the spirit of anxiety, the spirit of impatience, the spirit of frustration. And understand that it's already done for you and yours, man. Understand that it's already done for you and yours, man. And focus on what you can control. Man, miracle signs and wonders, man. You saw what I saw last night. It's already done. It's already done. Let's get it. Drop a 50 chairman traders in the Telegram. I definitely appreciate everybody. Make it a point to have a great weekend. Spend some time with your family. More importantly, let's take this thing to the next level, whatever that means for you on the trading side and also the building side of the business. Let's make sure we're believing at all-time highs. Make sure that we're speaking our vision and speaking what we want and speaking life into ourselves